from the Rawsome Truth. Coming to the end of my time in Thailand. I've been here for about 5 months, which is a long time. I've been travelling all up for about 5.5 months. I went through parts of Malaysia and then over to Thailand. I've been through so many parts of Thailand. I've been to Hat Yai, Bangkok, Rayong, Pattaya, Chiangmai, Chiang Rai. Anyway, a lot of places. And I'm Hua Hin, that was the last one. And I'm currently here in Nong Khai, which is a little border town. And actually, where I'm staying, you can look outside, and there's the Mekong River, and it's absolutely beautiful. And on the other side, you can see Laos. And for me, it's amazing. In Australia, you don't see another country. It's just Australia. We're on water. And I'm like overlooking. I was showing my son today. We're on iPhone Messenger, and I put the camera on, and he said, "That's really cool." I said, "I know. How cool is it? I'm looking at another country." But that's not what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to put a vlog together of Nong Khai, and of course when I get over to Laos, I'll be doing vlogs on Laos too, to keep my travelling vlogs going. What I want to talk to you about is some of the things I have personally learned and how much I've grown as a person since I've been travelling. You know, travelling's not everything you expect, and it's not everything that people picture. When you think of travelling, you see blogs, and really most people just put the good parts. People quite often forget about the other parts where you're bursting in tears, where you're lost, you're covered in sweat, you're carrying too much stuff, all the dramas that go on in between that we don't talk about as often as the great stuff, because in the end, those things that you end up laughing about, they're the things that you remember, and the great things, of course, they're the things that you treasure in your heart. So I'm just going to look at some of the things I've learned so far in my travelling, and I want to do this from every couple of months just to see how much I personally grow as a person, and I know I'm growing as a person because I'm usually quite high-strung, and I'm not that highly strung person anymore. So I just wrote down a few things, and I'm going to explain why. Number one, you learn a lot about life. Boy, do you learn about life when you're travelling. Like, you think you know sort of everything there is to know about life by the stage you're nearly 40. And I have often said for years, I used to say this to my son, I'd say, "You're only 20, I know you know everything at the moment, but by the time you get to my age, you're going to realise how much you don't know." And the older you get, of course, the more you realise you don't know much about life because there's so much out there. But when you're here and you're travelling and you're seeing the way different people live, the way that people express themselves, the way people behave, all those kind of things, you realise, wow, there's so much about life I need to learn. We've got such an amazing world, and there's so much out there to grasp and understand. And it's even like you say something to someone one way, and then you go, "Oh, maybe I shouldn't have worded it that way," because people react to different things. And it's even little things you learn, like not to touch, or how to put your hand out properly, or the right way to address someone, because every different country is so different. So that's one of the things that I've really taken notice of, especially because this is the longest time I've ever been in a particular country in my life. I have done travelling before, but not where I've lived in a country. I'm living in a country. It's quite a foreign country to my own. Number two, human beings are really the same underneath. Now, I guess I tend to always know this because I have had relationships with people from other countries, but it's amazing how much you really see it when you're living in another country. Like, because a lot of the things you look at and you go, "Wow, that's really weird." And they probably, if they came to our country, would say, "Why do they do things like that? That's so weird." You know, we do think that other people are doing weird, to use that word, stuff compared to the way we do things. But I think we're all the same. We all love jokes, and I've had so many laughs and giggles with so many different people. We all feel pain. We cry. I was watching a movie yesterday at the Bangkok train station on my laptop, And as I do, I get a bit emotional, and a lady looked at me and smiled. She understood that I was crying from the movie. And I just thought, we all feel the same. We all protect our children. We all love our friends. We love socialising. It's all those different things. We're so alike. And there's the ugly side to human beings too. There's corruption, says, people who are nasty, people who want to shonk you. You come to a country and you think, all the people are so beautiful. But once you've been somewhere for a long time, as I have in Thailand, not to say there's not beautiful people, but you start to see ugly sides to, people. We're not all the same. Fortunately, though, I've seen more lovely people than not. But you see both sides, that's for sure. Humans are humans, no matter what. You learn the art of conversation. Now, sorry if this wiggles a bit. That's another thing you learn to do when you are travelling. You learn to adjust. I'm actually in a hallway filming this. You just adjust what we've got. But you learn the art of conversation, and I've had conversations with people that don't even speak English. I'm learning, different ways, and you've got to think on your feet all the time, how to converse with people, what's the best way that I can communicate what I'm trying to say to have whatever I need done eventuate. And it's amazing how much you learn. But the other thing too, when you're travelling, it's amazing how other travellers will talk to other travellers. And you just find it so easy to go up to a fellow backpacker or traveller and say, hey, do you know the way here? Have you been here? What was it like? Blah, blah, blah. Or be careful, don't get overcharged there. They try to do this, but it's really this much, and blah, blah, blah. So you learn to just converse with people, whereas, when you're walking around in your own city, you just blah, blah, blah in your own life. You're not going to stop and just have conversations with people. But I have conversations now with so many different people from all different walks of life, and I just think it's amazing. I can't wait to be able to meet more people along my journey. Next, every day is a new challenge. Every day is a new challenge when you're travelling. It's all different things, and like I said, finding somewhere to film. We walked into our guest house yesterday, and it wasn't really what we thought it was going to be, but I just said, you know what, it is what it is. Now, I've got to say for the record, even 12 months ago, if I walked into the guest house that I'm in, I would have said, I'm not staying here. And for me, I just see things so differently now. I'm like, yeah, it's okay. And I can overlook the Mekong River, and it's absolutely beautiful. And it is clean. It's not up to Western standards, but it's clean. It is what it is. And I think you just learn to deal with things a lot more. You miss buses, you might buy a ticket, get told to buy a ticket somewhere, and then you end up somewhere else. There's just challenge after challenge. Just finding out today, we're just trying to find out how to get to Laos. And we thought we were going to be able to catch a certain bus, and then we found out because we don't have a visa, we've got to go in a different way. So that's a new challenge in itself. We've had to find out another way. But you learn to think on your feet a lot more. You learn to accept all these challenges, whereas, people who, if you freak over challenges, I assure you, if you decide you're going to travel everywhere, whether you're going first class or my way, not so first class, you're going to run into challenges, and that's just part and parcel of long-term travelling, and it's good fun. I think it's how you learn and grow, and it's how you learn to adapt to the next challenge that comes along the way, but they're always there. I remember when I was travelling through Vietnam on a train, we got held up in the train. There were guys wanting money from us, and luckily Tom, my partner, he said, get out, and we ended up, they wanted $10, we got it down to about 50 cents, and they left. But then I had it like a mouse jump on my head, and then all the stowaways get on, and all you could smell was toilet smells. That was a challenge, and it was a big growth in my travelling experiences too, but this is what moulds us, this is what helps us to become stronger people, and just travelling is the greatest way to grow as a person. I honestly believe that. The small things in life are the best. Oh my God, they so are. I mean, I've paid for some tourist attractions since I've been gone, don't get me wrong. But it's the small things. For me, I went to a little market in Lamport and this lady served me and it was absolutely beautiful. That for me was like, wow, and I can remember that experience. I walked up Doysa Tep with a complete stranger, a young boy who was 16. His mum and dad were in the car behind us and they drove behind for safety. And that for me was just amazing. And I learned so much about the Thai culture. So for me, it's not always about, people go, oh, I'm going to go travelling, I'm going to do this and this and this, and it costs so much money. But those little things that you do when you're travelling, those just little things are just amazing, and they mean so much. So those, for me, it's the little things in life that are just amazing over stuff that costs money. You learn about different cultures. My goodness, you so do. And I can't wait to learn more and more about all different cultures as we go. And I love adapting to different cultures. I love adapting to their way of life. I love learning the different ways that they do things and absorbing it. And I think no matter what, wherever you go, you take a little piece of that with you because you learn from it. And there's plenty of things you learn from. You say, I like that idea. Things that they do that maybe we might find different as Westerners work for them. And I say this quite often when I walk through the streets of Thailand and I look at different things. I say, but it works. It works. But the one thing that I've really learned here and I love is the respect that they have for their friends and their family. Like their family are just number one. And I love that. And I think as Westerners we can all learn a lot from that. You learn how to travel. Yes, you do. When we first started travelling, we would spend lots of money and you make mistakes. And we started travelling a few years back, but we learned a lot through that. And we've learned a lot just through in the last 5.5 months. We're like, we shouldn't have paid for that. We should have done it this way. If we did it this way, it would have cost less. But you can only learn that through experience. And I think also the more I'm travelling, the more adaptable I've become. So with that adaptability, you learn a lot more of different ways that you are able to travel without saying, oh no, I'm not going to do that. I'm like, yeah, I'll give it a go. So it's the different mindset as well. Tolerance and patience, something that I've learned so much now. Patience is generally not my strength and it is something I've been working on for many years. Careful what you put out to the world, because I put out to the world a while ago that I want to learn patience, and boy, you learn it when you're travelling, especially when you're in a country like Thailand where predominantly they don't speak a lot of English. So it takes a lot of patience and a lot of tolerance to express exactly what it is you're trying to say so that they can understand. But you've also got to understand as well, I've come from a Western culture where everything just happens. If we want something to happen, we make it happen and it's like, quick, I need this, I want that, and that's the way it is. But it doesn't work like that here. Everything's done in their own time when they're ready. And you learn to accept that. You learn to accept that things aren't going to move as quickly as you want them to, and you just sort of in the end. So they've got a saying in Thailand, they say, Mai Pen Rai, don't worry. And I'm learning more and more not to worry about things. It's funny, the things I used to worry about and things that used to stress me out, I'm like, doesn't matter. Life is just, sorry, I'm so sweaty. Life is just so short. And if we spend so much time worrying about the small things, we miss out on when the big things happen. And for me, this has just been a huge growth, is learning to be patient, and I've still got further growth in this. This is something that I've been working on for so long, but it's been thrust upon me, and I'm sure further and further into this journey, it's just going to be further and further that I realise that I've just got to be patient. I cannot have it yesterday. If I have to wait till tomorrow, I have to wait. So that is something I'm learning heavily. To live simply. Oh my God. This, for me, when we first came here, now, got to understand, I got rid of everything, just about everything I own. I come from a 6-bedroom house. I've got a video I'll link it, and you can watch that if you're interested. To live simply. My goodness, even when I first came here to Thailand and we got our apartment, well, let's even go further. I still had to stay in nice hotels in Kuala Lumpur. I dropped a little bit by Penang, but when I come to Thailand, I knew I was going to stay somewhere long term. I had to have an apartment with a kitchen, and I have to be organised. Well, I'm now staying in a guest house, which my standards just keep dropping and dropping because I'm learning to live simply. I'm learning that I don't need everything that I've always had. I just need, a few clothing. I've ditched so many more clothes since I've been here to get my backpack down. We do carry around a tub, and it's got like a rice cooker in it, and some bits and pieces that we need, like a blender, all sorts of stuff to help us just a little bit. But that'll be going shortly too. Once we leave Cambodia, that'll be going because we just can't afford to keep travelling around. But I know I'm prepared to do that now. I wasn't prepared to do it then. I'm learning more and more to live simply. I'm down to like 2 dresses, 3 t-shirts, 2 pairs of shorts, and a couple of pairs of knickers and undergarments. So I'm really learning to live simply. And I came here with 30 kilos of clothing, and I'm down now to about 8. So it's a huge difference, and that included my sneakers, which they weigh 1.1 kilos. So it's a big drop. I'm just learning that I don't need that. And if I want to travel the world and I want to do it as cheaply as possible so I can get as far as possible, I have to live simply. And you know what? I'm not needing to go out to glamorous restaurants or, all that kind of thing. Less is more. And I think it's just such a great lesson, and I was really excited before I left. I'm like, I'm such a minimalist, but I know I've still got so far to grow. Of course, I'm becoming more and more of a minimalist, but I know as this journey keeps going, I'm going to be further and further into this, and I can't wait to see in a couple of months a comparison between this and my minimalist journey. Last but not least, travelling isn't all glamour. I know it seems like glamour, and I think I mentioned that at the start, but there's so many trials and tribulations along the way, and it's even little things like you just get sick of just being in a room, like when you're in just a little guest room, and you don't want to you can't go out every day. I mean, we generally try and go for a walk, but you can't have fun and adventure every single day because it's just not feasible. And you see all these glamour pictures and say, oh wow, I don't really have that. Nothing's as what it's seen. I mean, I went on a nature walk the other day and I'd read so many blogs about it and it was wonderful. And when I did it, I got totally attacked by mosquitoes. And I'm not kidding, I had over about 150 bites all over me. So things aren't always glamorous. You get abused. You can by drivers and stuff like that. You're always negotiating. You're always bartering. It can get tiresome. You go days without sleep. Like we caught a train to where I am now, Nong Khai. We had to catch a train from Chiangmai to Bangkok, and that was overnight. I didn't have a shower all the next day. Then we went from Bangkok to Nong Khai, and finally I had a shower. So there's 2 days without a shower. Some people say, no, I'll go weeks without a shower. Oh, that's good for you. I am a daily showerer. So, things aren't all beer and skittles. They're not always what it seems. But the most amazing thing for me that my growth since travelling is the freedom, the relaxation. Somebody made a comment to me the other day and said, Jade, your skin's looking amazing and you seem to be glowing a lot more than you were beforehand. And I changed my diet. I was eating extremely healthy. I was doing all of that. None of that helped. I was breaking out still all the time. I was still, getting bits of headaches. I was still having anxiety. As I came over here, I'd gone and bought magnesium. My anxiety levels were sky high. So that just shows you I was on a pure fruit and greens raw diet. And so many people say, just do that, it'll all go. No, it's not just all about that. For me, it's the sunshine, it's the fresh air, it's the sleep, and most importantly, it's the a lack of stress in my life. I am the most relaxed I've ever been in my whole life, and I'm sure I'm just going to become more and more relaxed. Life is for living, and I've learnt that so much since I've been travelling. Just live your life. Don't be a prisoner to the expectations that society puts around us. If you want to travel, go and travel. If you want to do something, just do it. Don't let anything hold you back because of the social norms that we put around ourselves. My life's just beginning, and it's just getting better and better and better. Anyway, that's just my update. I wanted to do this more for myself than anyone else, but I hope you do get something out of it if you do watch it right through. If you do like this video, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment below, subscribe to my channel, and most importantly, love life, live free.